What is going on? Dom here, DeathlessTV. Today we're going to be watching a compilation of different songs that I put together that all have one thing in common, and that is unexpected breakdowns. Regardless of the reason, most of these are kind of just because the song style just kind of doesn't seem to lend to having a heavy breakdown in them. Some others it's just because it kind of comes out of left field, but regardless, all of these songs have one breakdown in them minimum, and it kind of just catches you off guard. We're going to obviously be looking at this through the lens of someone who doesn't already know these songs or these bands. Maybe that's their shtick, maybe you know the song. But I have to say, some of these still catch me off guard every single time just by the sheer heaviness in contrast to how unheavy the rest of the song was. So we're going to be jumping into that, but real quick, I just want to mention this is the first video I am making for this brand new YouTube channel, which is DeathlessTV. So if you're watching for the first time, please consider subscribing to the channel. It would mean a lot. There's going to be a lot of content here. I've got a ton of ideas for this channel. Everything's going to kind of revolve around heavy music in general. I'm a big deathcore buff myself, so that's kind of what you can expect on this channel. And with that out of the way, let's get into these songs. So this first song is a band called Sleep Token. They're kind of notorious for this, but this guy's voice, like, this is this for 4 minutes. This is as heavy as it gets, and this, again, I think this is like 4 minutes into the song, right? Incredible voice, but alright. Woo! You thought it would get heavier, right? This is like one of the heaviest breakdowns ever. Regardless of the style, right? Like, this is just one stupid heavy breakdown. Most of their songs have this really angelic voice throughout the entire song, and then out of nowhere, this stupid breakdown hits. So, alright, this is Falling in Reverse, which, if you know them, yeah, sure, they have kind of breakdowns every now and then, but this song is very kind of rap focused and very, I like to call it cock rock, but it's kind of very hard rock kind of chorus, right? I love this song. Just putting this out there, everything about this song I think is really, really good, but you get the idea of how this song sounds. Alright, so you've kind of got this like big scream that comes out all of a sudden. It's getting heavier, but yeah, you know it's coming, right? Where the fuck is your God now? So that to me is just like one of those breakdowns that, regardless of what genre this is a part of, like, that breakdown would have been in like an Oceano song or like one of these really badass, super heavy bands' songs, and that still would have been one of the heaviest breakdowns. Like, the only thing I could have wished for this breakdown would have been for it to be longer. Like, I would have listened to more of that breakdown before it got back into the chorus. But I mean, what a what a completely unexpected and heavy as balls breakdown. let's move on. Alright, so Sunrise Skater Kids, I really don't enjoy like comedy so much in my music, but just this super pop punk, obviously this song's a joke, right? But
it was a whistle.
Did you just oppress my girlfriend right in front of me?
Chill out, it was
you
just...
cisgendered hyper-privileged!
it's so ridiculous, I can't not laugh every time I hear this breakdown. Like, the complete contrast between the two, right? I guess they do kind of play into deathcore lyrics being super cringy. Super in your style. And then obviously the boy for good measure. That's kind of like, to me, I don't particularly enjoy the song or the breakdown, mainly because of the lyrical content, but it still makes me laugh every time that breakdown just comes up. Okay, so if you know Babymetal, you know there's gonna be these breakdowns. But again, from the lens of someone who doesn't know what this band is about, you just hear this, and then I couldn't stop laughing the first time I saw this. You can already tell, right? That's not made sense to me, but I actually had to choose between a few different breakdowns that Babymetal have across different songs because I think this one captured it the most, like the contrast between super damn heavy and like this. I don't even know what to call it. Yeah, I don't even know what to call the rest of the song. But again, another one of those songs where that breakdown, regardless of what style of music you put this into a super deathcore song, and it's still like a super brutal breakdown, right? So just happens to be in this Babymetal song. So, I actually didn't know about these guys before looking things up a bit for this video. This is a few songs that I wasn't aware of. Arcane Roots, and check out the rest of their music. It's actually really good, but you can kind of see this is like very hipster indie rock. It's actually really good in it by itself, but then and then yeah. Yeah, and then they've got this other breakdown at the end of the song. You kind of expect it at that point, though. It's less surprising because you had this part that already came in. I think the last breakdown is actually even a bit heavier than this, but yeah, again, just the contrast between that, just such a beautiful voice, right? And then starting to realize like a lot of these like prog bands have really good singers, but also want to make heavy music at the same time. But it's just examples like this, though, it just kind of meshes so well together. Same thing with Sleep Token, actually. I just find that these songs, it's not super random. Like Sunrise Skater Kids, it works, but it's like super random. Whereas these prog bands find a way to really bring musicianship into all of this and make it all flow together, and that's something I can really appreciate. And actually, just I really love bands like that. But yeah. Alright, so Arcane was also a new band for me. These guys are from Vancouver. Music's actually really good, but you can tell it's really kind of like rock focused, right? And this is going to sound less heavy in comparison to some of the other breakdowns in there, but still, I'll explain why. This is kind of genty, but then you'll see just how the breakdown comes in and just the different elements. You can just picture this breakdown down-tuned. Like, everything about this breakdown has a lot of kind of like deathcore tropes to it. Again, like you could just imagine that chuggy guitar down-tuned, and you've got everything about a classic deathcore breakdown. So I found this was like a really cool use of making a breakdown without it having to be super, super heavy, but incorporating elements from, you know, other genres and really making it their own. Okay, this last one, not gonna lie, this is kind of a cop-out. I was kind of hesitant because obviously there's a lot of heavy music outside of metal. So you can listen to dubstep, and obviously there's drops and these things that resemble breakdowns. So I didn't want to include any of that. But this one, Bring Me the Horizon song, is very electronic from start to finish, and the breakdown that they incorporated isn't a traditional breakdown per se. It's a lot more electronic, but obviously this breakdown was created as a regular breakdown, and they decided to turn it electronic. But you'll see what I mean. Maybe you guys already know this song, but... Like, this is as heavy as this song gets, by far. So you can hear everything about it is like super electronic. Big effects on the guitars, electronic drums, all that. I actually really like this song in and of itself, but... And then... Right? They even put the bass boost in there, like... This was obviously written as a traditional breakdown, like... So Bring Me the Horizon has tons of breakdowns throughout their discography. They started as a fairly deathcore band. So I just found this was kind of like a cool nod to just having a breakdown in their songs, regardless of their song being like super heavy or not. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this little compilation of unexpected breakdowns in songs. If you want to listen to any of these songs, I'm going to put a Spotify playlist down below with all the songs that were featured in this video. As I mentioned earlier, this is a brand new YouTube channel, so if you did make it this far, if you did enjoy the video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be making a whole bunch of new content. I've also got a brand new Discord channel where I'm going to try to build a community of like-minded individuals where we can kind of talk about heavy music and anything of that nature and kind of discover new bands together. And I'm going to try and interact a lot with the Discord server and include different things into my videos through the Discord server. Link to that will be down below as well, and that's going to be it. Peace, guys.